Before we get into today's topic, let me ask you something that most men have probably wondered, but never said out loud. What actually happens to your prostate if you ejaculate every single day? Is it helping your health or quietly harming it? You see, there's a growing body of science suggesting that frequent ejaculation may be doing more than just relieving tension. It might be cleansing, protecting, and even shielding your prostate from long-term disease. Sounds intriguing, right? But there's much more to the story, and it's not as simple as you think. Is it really true that men who ejaculate more are less likely to develop prostate cancer? Could something as natural as sex or masturbation actually play a role in prevention? And what does your body really go through as you age, especially after 40? In today's video, we're going deep into the science most people won't talk about openly. You're going to learn the truth about what's happening inside your body, the warning signs you should never ignore, and the daily habits that could make all the difference between living reactively or thriving proactively. And here's the part you don't want to miss. I'll also be revealing a little-known food, likely already in your kitchen, that's been shown in studies to have a profound protective effect on the prostate. You probably eat it, but are you using it the right way? This video could change how you think about aging, health, and what it really means to protect your masculinity from the inside out. So if you're ready to stop guessing and finally take control of your health like a man, you're in the right place. I'm Dr. Samra Tarajlik, your online urologist with an experience of about more than 18 years, and I'm here to give you the best and most authentic knowledge about urology. So, yeah, let's get started. Let's be honest, topics like masturbation, sexuality, and prostate health often come with stigma, but brushing aside these routines or dismissing your body's signals out of embarrassment can quietly diminish your quality of life. That ends today. In this conversation, we're going to explore what current research actually says about the link between ejaculation frequency and prostate health. We're also going to break down the major physiological changes your prostate undergoes as you age, especially after the age of 40. And finally, you'll leave with a clear, medically informed action plan to support your long-term prostate health, one that's practical, holistic, and backed by science. So let's begin where most confusion lies. Does frequent ejaculation help or harm your prostate? Recent long-term studies have shed significant light on this question. The most cited is a 2016 study published in European Urology, which followed over 30,000 men across an 18-year period. The headline, Finding? Men who ejaculated more than 21 times per month had a statistically significant lower risk of developing prostate cancer, up to 33% less, compared to those who only ejaculated 4 to 7 times a month. You cannot out-masturbate a poor diet. Ejaculation supports, but does not replace, the foundational aspects of health like physical activity, proper nutrition, regular medical screening, stress management, and hydration. In fact, think of it as one spoke in a much larger wheel of male well-being. Now let's turn to the 3 core changes your prostate undergoes as you age, particularly after your 40s. First, prostate enlargement and fluid retention. What we most often call an aging prostate is typically a result of benign prostatic hyperplasia, BPH. As the prostate gradually increases in size, it compresses the urethra, the channel through which urine exits. This creates the classic symptoms: hesitancy or delay in starting urination, a weak or interrupted stream, waking multiple times during the night, and that unsatisfying sensation of incomplete emptying. But beyond mechanical obstruction, the enlarged prostate can also retain more prostatic fluid. When fluid becomes trapped, the risk of local inflammation rises, creating a chronic low-level stress environment which may contribute not just to BPH, but also to further cellular changes. Second, hormonal shifts. This is where things become more biochemically complex. With aging, testosterone levels tend to decline, but your body's conversion of testosterone into its more potent derivative, DHT or dihydrotestosterone, often increases. DHT is a major stimulant of prostate cell growth. Excessive levels can cause the prostate to enlarge more rapidly, which amplifies the urinary symptoms and increases the risk of inflammation. The primary theory behind this correlation is what researchers call the prostate drainage or prostate flushing hypothesis. Here's the idea in scientific terms. Each time a man ejaculates, the body expels not only semen, but also cellular debris, prostatic fluid, and potentially inflammatory substances that may otherwise accumulate in the gland's ducts over time. This regular turnover may reduce oxidative stress, lower local inflammation, and even flush out potential carcinogens before they have a chance to damage cellular DNA. Biologically, it makes sense. Like clearing stagnant water from a pipe, regular drainage might maintain a healthier environment for the cells lining the prostate. But, and this is critical, ejaculation alone is not a silver bullet. Third, increased likelihood of cellular errors or mutations. Every day, your body undergoes billions of cellular replications. Over decades, genetic mutations can naturally occur. Combine that with inflammatory stress, oxidative damage, and hormonal imbalances, and you get a perfect storm that elevates your risk for abnormal cellular growth and possibly even malignancy. This is why proactive screening isn't optional, it's essential. Now, there's some recent and quite controversial science that deserves mention. A team of Japanese researchers has proposed a provocative theory that chronic prostate discomfort and poor urinary flow may not just be due to benign growth, but may instead involve a biofilm-like clog, a hardened mass of cellular waste, non-functional proteins, and environmental toxins lodged inside the ducts of the prostate. They suggest that this clog restricts circulation, exacerbates inflammation, and compresses nerves and urinary pathways. What's interesting is their solution, a concentrated polyphenol-rich spring water juice derived from deeply mineralized waters, known in their clinical trials to support rapid detoxification of the gland and allow improved function. While more peer-reviewed research is needed to validate this as mainstream medicine, it's promising and may broaden our understanding of how environment and diet affect the prostate beyond hormones and age alone. If you're curious, I invite you to research it responsibly. But for now, let's focus on what's already within your daily control. Here's a clinical 5-point roadmap for lifelong prostate health. Number 1, annual screening and urological monitoring. Starting at age 40 or earlier if there's a strong family history, you should be undergoing annual exams. The 2 key steps, the prostate-specific antigen PSA blood test and the digital rectal exam DRE. The exam is fast, straightforward, and, frankly, life-saving. Early detection increases survival rates dramatically. Masculinity isn't defined by suffering in silence. Real strength lies in prevention through knowledge. Number 2, nutrition with an anti-inflammatory focus. The modern Western diet, high in processed foods, red meats, saturated fats, and sugars, creates systemic inflammation. That damages cellular membranes, encourages oxidation, and worsens prostate enlargement. Instead, base your meals around vegetables, especially cruciferous types like broccoli and kale, fruits high in antioxidants like berries, healthy fats including omega-3s, and whole grains. When it comes to specific foods, tomatoes are a standout. They're rich in lycopene, a powerful antioxidant shown to support prostate tissue integrity. Research reveals cooked tomatoes, like in sauces or paste, allow for greater lycopene absorption than raw. Number 3, physical activity and pelvic floor health. Exercise goes far beyond weight loss. It regulates insulin sensitivity, reduces cortisol, the stress hormone linked to inflammation, and promotes hormonal balance. Aim for 150 minutes per week of moderate aerobic activity. More specifically, incorporating Kegel exercises, yes, men benefit from these too, can dramatically improve urinary continence and pelvic floor strength. Strengthening those deep stabilizing muscles supports bladder function, sexual function, and reduces the pressure placed on the urethra. Number 4, hydration matters more than you think. Simple, yet often overlooked. Water aids in detoxifying the urinary tract, maintaining fluid balance, and diluting potential irritants in urine. Men should aim for 2 to 3 liters of clean, filtered water per day, adjusting for body weight and activity level. And number 5, stress management and restorative sleep. Chronic stress elevates inflammatory cytokines and suppresses immune surveillance, key factors in cancer progression. Mindfulness, breathing exercises, restful sleep, and reducing exposure to environmental toxins, especially xenoestrogens found in some plastics and hygiene products, form the backbone of comprehensive prostate care. So here's the takeaway. Your prostate is not an isolated organ. It's intimately connected to your hormones, lifestyle, aging process, and cellular environment. Regular ejaculation through masturbation or sexual activity may contribute to a reduced risk of prostate disease, but it must exist within the context of an intentional, healthy lifestyle. The real power comes when you combine science-backed habits, regular screenings, anti-inflammatory nutrition, and movement. Your future self, free from discomfort, confident in your body, and in command of your health, will thank you. If this message resonated with you, consider passing it forward. A conversation like this could be the reminder someone needs to pursue that checkup, change those eating habits, or simply make their health a priority again. And most importantly, take action, not tomorrow, but today, because prevention doesn't wait. Stay informed, stay proactive, and stay healthy.